Friends, just a quick note before we dive in. If you've been following along with the guest interviews, you're going to notice something different today. It's only me, it's only my voice. I'm starting to weave in these solo episodes of just you and me, where I share stories, reflections, and truths that come from what I'm living in real time. These moments give me a chance to speak from my own journey, and this will offer you something steady to hold on to in the midst of your own. This is all part of what I call mind, body, soul mastery. And it's not just what I teach, it's how I live. So, wherever you are today, I'm glad you're here. Let's begin. So, today's episode is one that came together without planning, just life showing up in its raw, honest way. And it's all centered around this moment when I had three friends who reached out to me in the same day, literally, truly within 24 hours of each other, each one of them in the midst of something really hard. And that caught my attention, not just because of their stories, but because of the pattern, the synchronicity of three. So today we're going to talk about what it means to lean in. When someone you care about is hurting, when you don't know what to say, and when your own stuff starts to rise up in response. So, friend, let's go there together. First, I'm going to start and talk about this meaning of three, because that's not random. I've learned enough when the universe gives me the synchronicities or shows me the patterns that I pay attention. And three has a rhythm to it. You'll see it in stories, traditions, patterns of growth. It shows up when something wants our attention. And when three things line up like that, especially in one day, again, I take it as a nudge. The universe is getting my attention, saying, hey, pay attention. There's something deeper here. And for me, that day it was about love, pain, resilience, presence, all wrapped together. So here's what happened. It started out first with a dear friend in the Netherlands who messaged me, and she's going through what she's describing as her deep, dark night of the soul, the kind that shakes your foundation. I know a little bit about that. I've gone through a number of them. Then a friend in Maryland shared what she's facing with her aging parents. The emotions around being recommended for hospice, but yet not wanting to go, resisting, fighting. It's a complex, tender space with so many others' emotions floating around, in addition to dealing with your own and trying to be a voice of reason, trying to be a voice of logic. Again, I have been there with my elderly parents. And then the third person that day was someone I love deeply here in Michigan who told me that her breast cancer returned. And this time it's stage 4 and her third diagnosis. 3 friends, one day, 3 different storms. My heart breaks for each one of them. And here's the truth. When people we love are walking through fire, it is so easy to feel helpless. But leaning in doesn't mean having the right answer. It means showing up. It means facing whatever the situation stirs in you and being willing to sit with it instead of running from it. So this leaning in has 2 parts. How can you lean in to show your support and love for someone going through their fire? And how do you lean in and support yourself when the things come up as you step into the uncomfortable? Because this is the real work. Doing your part so you can be present for theirs. I had a beautiful soul model this for me when I was going through one of my dark nights of the soul. That was back in the fall of 2022 when my son Ian died from cocaine-laced fentanyl. And this friend, this dear soul, showed up for me every day for a year in a way that no one else ever had. It was a simple voice message every morning, every day, asking me how I was and what I was doing that day, every single day for a year. I have never felt more seen, more heard, and more supported in my entire life. And because she modeled that for me, I have learned myself to be able to lean in and stay present for my friends or those who come into my world who are in their deepest, darkest night, or they're messy and challenging, or walking through their fire. Because a lot of times, most times, what someone needs isn't a fix, it's presence. It's not, have you tried this, or at least it's, I'm here. It's sitting across from them with your heart open and letting them lead. It's being willing to hold space with no agenda, just steady, grounded presence. And it might look like going for a walk, bringing over some soup, cup of coffee, or just being the person they can cry with without having to explain why. And if you've never done this, just listened without jumping in, it's going to feel uncomfortable at first. You're going to find that you want to fill the silence, that you want to soften the blow, or you want to make that person feel better. But here's the truth. Most people don't need to feel better. They need it real. They need someone who isn't afraid of the hard, someone who can sit in the mess with them and not flinch. They need to feel their emotions. They need to sit with it. They need to allow them to move through in a healthy way. And your stuff is going to rise up. Yes, it will. It's going to rise up, and it might trigger your own memories. It may tap into your own fears, especially sitting in the uncomfortable silence. Let it happen. It- That's the invitation to support someone else while also tending to what's being stirred up inside of you. Friend, that is growth in real time. And it's a dual path, being there for them while not abandoning yourself. So here's what I want to leave you with. If someone in your world is going through something right now, you don't have to have it all figured out. Hell, you don't even have to know one thing. You just have to lean in gently, honestly, and with your whole heart. Let love guide you. Let discomfort teach you. And trust that presence is more powerful than any solution. If this message hit home today, share it or reach out. I'm always up for a real conversation. Until next time, my friend, embrace love, awaken your power, and live your truth.